Bro, what do I do since I'm just starting in the gym? What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video today, ladies and gentlemen. And so I get a bunch of questions, guys, all the times about the do's and don'ts, the ins and the outs, and how to get started and things like that about the gym. Like, hey, bro, should I do this? Hey, bro, should I not do this? Hey, do I go for this much? Hey, do I go for that much? Etc. So today's video, guys, I'm going to be explaining to you guys the do's and the don'ts and just a bunch of tips for all my beginners out there on how to get started with the gym. And one, being consistent with it, and two, the proper way to get things going. Because a lot of people, they just go to the gym, don't know what to do, and they're like, okay, well, you know, it's always done well with a game plan, guys. When I started in the gym, I had a game plan and I executed, I wouldn't say perfectly, but pretty damn well, right? So let's go ahead and get freaking started. As well as that, okay, it's leg day. I'm going to show you all a juicy leg day for no chicken legs. You know what I'm saying? Say hi to Blue. All right, that's Blue for you. That's my dog. But I'm going to be throwing in these tips all throughout the video, so I really hope you enjoyed today's video. But you guys already know what time it is. It's freaking leg day. Means it's time to get juiced up. Check out the abs. Been shredding a little bit. Oh, whoa, chill. Been shredding a little bit, guys. Right now I'm following my summer shredding plan because I don't want to get too chubs in the off season. If you want the summer shred plan, check out my website, link in bio. Get your notepad out, ladies and gents, because these are going to be tips worth writing down and tips that you're going to want to remember. Tip number 1. Pre-workout. So it's a give or a take. It just depends on who you really are and how much you enjoy caffeine. A lot of people really enjoy caffeine because they need it to, you know, function, and they need it for energy. And a lot of people don't, because they can just function regularly without it. And so that's a decision you need to make for yourself. Me personally, if you guys do watch my videos, I'll have times where I take pre-workout, and then I'll have times where I'll just cut it cold turkey just because I don't need it all the time. I can push very hard without it, but sometimes it's cool to just have it. You know what I'm saying? So when buying your pre-workout, guys, I suggest just getting something super basic, not super basic, but something that just is really all about caffeine. You don't need anything high in stim and stuff like that. That's all just extra stuff that they throw in there to really sell. But just get something that works for you. Like, really try different ones out, see what works for you, and go from there, okay? But that is tip number 1. I always suggest something that's just enough to get you through the workout, because you don't want to be even like energized after. You want to go get some food and then get energy from the food. But let's get in the car and hit leg day. That was tip number 1. Like I said, the tips are going to be all throughout this video, okay? Tip number 2, music. That's another you decision. I personally really like to have music while I'm working out. So I'm not like, you know, just like whatever, hearing the weights clap. It sounds good. But I prefer to listen to some nice old music. So music, your AirPods, Beats, whatever, it is 100% your decision. I'm all for it. I personally think it will amp you up just a little bit more to have something just pushing you, listening to something. Music is 100% your decision. Just make up your mind, bro. You like music or not? You'll see what I'm doing is stretching. That brings me to tip number 3. Guys, get a freaking stretch in. I don't care how good you feel. Stretch before your workouts. Trust me, it's very beneficial. Don't skip on stretching. It literally takes 2 seconds. So stretch, then go work out. I'm so pumped for the leg day. Let's get it.
Maybe I'm foolish, maybe I'm blind. I can see through this and see what's behind. Got no way to prove it, so maybe I'm lying. I'm only human after all. I'm only human.
Tip number 4, ladies and gentlemen, warm-up sets. I highly suggest warm-up sets. It really gets your muscles nice and warmed up for your workout. Basically what warm-up sets are just the exercises you're gonna do, but just lighter weight, more reps. So for example, let's say you're doing 3 sets of lateral dumbbell raises. You're gonna do two sets before that, lighter weight, just 5 to 10 reps just to really warm up that area, and then you're gonna hit your 3 working sets. So always do some warm-up sets. You don't need to do it for every exercise, but definitely when you're first starting your workout.
After all, don't put your blame on me. Don't put your blame on me. Take a look in the mirror, what do you see? You see it clearer, what do you see? What you believe? 'Cause I'm only human after all. You're only human after all. Don't put your blame on me. Don't put your blame on me. Some people got the real problem. Some people out of love. Some people think I can solve them. Lord have
Tip number 5, ladies and gentlemen, leave your ego at the door. Form is everything. If you can't hit the weight correctly with really, really good form, drop the weight, guys. You'll get there eventually, but leave your ego at the door. Form over everything, baby.
Opinion, don't ask me to lie. Beg for forgiveness for making you cry. For making you cry. 'Cause I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put your blame on me. Don't put your blame on me.
Leg day was freaking insane. Great leg day. But tip number 6, 7, 8, whatever number it is, now we're just going on to the next, because yeah, water, guys. Water is extremely important when working out. Just as important as breathing, guys. You really need your water to keep your muscles hydrated, to keep yourself hydrated. So make sure to have a ton of water, okay? Next one, Guys, do not be obnoxious in the gym, okay? Don't think anybody owes you anything, because nobody owes you anything, okay? If you take off your shirt, take it off. Just don't ever get in anybody's space. Also, don't be obnoxious, okay? This is everybody's gym, just like it is yours. So number one, if you do take off your shirt, chill, don't look crazy, and just don't be in anybody's space and bother people, okay? That's number one. Don't bother anybody, because it's just not cool. Don't be that weirdo. Let's get it. Next, clean your machines, guys. After everything, so cardio, weightlifting, whatever. Any sanitized, clean gym should have a spray bottle or some form of wipe. So you're gonna take that, come to the machine you used, and clean it down. So whoever's gonna use it after, it can feel somewhat clean. Now, do you have to do it? No, but is it polite? Yes. And it literally takes 10 seconds to clean it. So stop being lazy. Stop being fucking lazy. But that was the leg day, ladies and gentlemen. Time to get back to the crib and freaking feast. I am absolutely starving. Showered up, feeling clean. Let me show you guys the meal. So we've got 8 ounces of chicken. There's chicken under the rice. Don't doubt me, players. Half a cup to 1 cup of white rice. Didn't measure it completely. And here we've got some green beans for our veggies. Guys, if you don't like mixing them up, separate them and eat them before the meal. It always helps me just to knock them down right before I have my savory meal. That's a little life hack for you. Gonna crush that down. Then we'll get into our do's and don'ts for the gym, okay? This is specifically gym for my beginners, whatever. You could be an advanced lifter and take something from this, okay? Let's knock that down and get right into it. Had to change the shirt because I got a stain on it, but number one dad, guys. Recognize. Let's get right back into the gym tips, the do's and the don'ts, okay? And like I said, anybody can take this. Take anything from this if they'd like. Beginners, intermediate, advanced. But this is mainly towards anybody that wants to know more about how to really succeed in the gym and stuff like that. And like I said, just the do's and the don'ts, baby. So, another don't. Do not. Guys, don't ever get in somebody's space at the gym unless they want you in their space, okay? A lot of people think the gym is a talking area, a social club, a restaurant. If you're with your buddy, right, talk to them. Do whatever you want, right? But if you're going up to somebody you do not know and you're expecting a full-on conversation with them, you've got to kind of change that idea, because a lot of people, guys, they go to the gym to fully 100% focus on their lift, their cardio, and balance, okay? If you're going to the gym looking for friends, I would just say do everything with caution, right? Because not a lot of people like people up in their grill. And what I mean by that is, like, not a lot of people want somebody that they don't know entirely or don't know at all coming up and trying to have a full-blown on conversation, especially when they're focused, guys. If they're fully focused on their workout and you are just trying to yap it up, cut it, bro. Cut it out. Either wait till they're done working out, like fully, or don't do it at all, okay? Because me personally, I love saying hi to people. I love it all, right? But if I'm physically lifting weights and you're just playing stairsies with me, I'm not going to be very appreciative. But if you wait till whatever I'm done, or if you wait till that person's done, then you can say what's up. But if you're looking to make friends at the gym, I suggest not to, but do everything with your own caution. Unless you guys are like looking at each other like 100 times, then you can go say what's up. But if you physically go to the gym and just want to yap it up, I suggest not to. All right, a do, guys. When going to the gym, a lot of people ask what they need for lifting heavy and all that. So the top things you can get, boom, right there, are knee sleeves, okay, a belt, wrist wraps for picking up the weight, and if you're losing weight, you can get a sauna suit or a waist trainer. I mean, like a waist belt, a sweat belt, whatever they're called. Those are really, really beneficial to the gym experience, and they're really beneficial to you physically. The belt, guys, it's not made to protect your entire back. It's just there to, like, one, protect your lower back, as well as letting you know whenever you're kind of coming. For me, I use it to also let me know whenever I'm coming out of posture, right? Because I told you guys, leave your ego at the door and lift appropriately. So I know if I'm bending over too much or bending back too much, there's tension from the belt, so it's like, okay, line up again. Those are the big things you could use to really enhance your gym experience, because, like, why not, right? They're very beneficial. They're not crazy expensive. You can find them all online, literally, from $5 to $25. Boom. Another big one for my beginners, ladies and gents, is a lot of people don't know why they go to the gym. You've got to know why, like literally, and that's for real, for real. You have to know why you do what you do. So I say this in a lot of the videos, before you start your fitness journey, or even before you go to the gym, you've got to write out, or at least know mentally why you're doing what you're doing, if that makes sense. So let's say you're a newbie, you're overweight, and your fitness journey is to lose the weight, okay? Your fitness journey is to lose a bunch of weight and gain a bunch of muscle. Write down your goals, okay? Like, tell yourself, the reason I started my fitness journey is because so-and-so, I want to lose weight, I want to get muscles and get a bunch of babes, right? So write those things down, guys. You got to know why you're doing what you're doing. And then whenever you do that, now every day before you go to the gym, have your exercises already kind of planned out. So let's say you're doing a weight loss workout, right? You're going to be doing cardio for 30 to 45 minutes. Then you're going to do a 15-minute core workout, some stretching after. Then boom, you're done. Let's say you're muscle building, right? It's back day. You're going to do, your plan is lat pull downs, seated rows, dumbbell rows, incline dumbbell rows, row, you know what I'm saying? And that shrugs, you're done for the day. So always have your things planned out. Know why you do what you do. And then once you got that done, before every workout, really have an idea of what exercises you're going to do. It's fun to go and just lift. It's awesome, right? But it's even better when you know exactly what you're going to do, and then the pump is just ridiculous. So that's a huge tip to all my beginners and to anybody really, but mainly beginners, for how to really, really start getting that focus in the gym. Another, do not. Like I said, guys, being in somebody's space is actually a big deal. So anybody that does go to the gym and records, that's completely fine. Hopefully your gym lets you record. I know there's a few that doesn't. They completely suck. But the ones that do are freaking awesome. But when we're recording, guys, if you're using a tripod just like me, you always want to make sure your surroundings are available, like as in there's space for you to put it, right? Because not a lot of people are going to appreciate you sticking a tripod and they're doing dumbbell curls and they're a foot away is your tripod, right? So always make sure you know where your surroundings are. So whenever you're recording, make sure that wherever you're putting your tripod, there's space there. And if it happens to just be a really packed day at the gym, you can always ask, hey, am I in your space? Is it cool if I put my tripod right here? 9 times out of 10, they're going to be like, yeah, bro, go for it. The 1 out of 10, they're going to be like, oh, no, bro, like scoochie, right? And I'm just trying to get this coochie. Whoa! So that is another huge one. You guys always want to know where your space is at and stuff. Huge tip, okay? On your phones, guys, you don't beat yourself up about it. Everybody gets on their phone. I get on my phone. But if you're on a machine, guys, that the gym is scarce at, as in what I mean by that is they only have one of those machines, there's a big probability that a lot of people want to use that machine. So always be aware of how long you're on your phone, because literally you can go from 10 seconds on your phone and before you know you've been on it for a couple minutes, there's people waiting, right? So always really pay attention. The gym isn't really for phones, like to be chilling on your phone anyways. The gym is to get in there, work your tail off and get out. And that's a big thing that I go by. But if you just happen to always be checking your socials, always be checking your messages, unless the gym is empty, always be aware that there's probably somebody that wants that machine. And it's not even just about that. It's more about just pushing yourself harder. So if you have shorter rest times, then, you're going to be pushing yourself harder. But if you're taking a 5-minute break on your phone between every single set, you're not going to get that much work in. Which brings me on to the next tip. So pushing yourself in the gym, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody always asks, what should the break time be? And that can be so many answers, right? For powerlifters, it's 2 to 3 business days, right? For bodybuilders like me, it's 30 seconds to a minute. You know what I'm saying? So break times, it depends on the exercise you're doing and what kind of workout you have. So for example, let's say you're doing shoulders. I think on a shoulder day, you should always have between a 30-second and a 1.5-minute break. No longer than a minute and a half. Your muscles are rejuvenated and they should be ready to go. But let's say you're on a leg day and you're doing some pretty heavy weight. I'd always suggest 1 to 2 minutes, just because your legs take on much, much more weight and much more pressure. If you're really pushing yourself, it takes on a lot more. So kind of mess with it a little bit, ladies and gents. You should feel fresh after your break, but you shouldn't feel brand new, if that makes sense. You shouldn't feel like, oh, I can hit 30 more. No, your first set should be like, let's say 15 reps, right? Your second set should be 12 to 15. And that third set should be like, okay, I'm pushing really hard, but I have about 10 in me, right? But if you're doing like 15, then 17, then 20, it's like, okay, you're not pushing hard enough. So mess around with it, y'all, and figure out what's best for you. So that is it for today's video, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully y'all really, really, really enjoyed it, guys. Take what you want from this video, guys. It's super beneficial, like I said, for beginners or anybody else that needs this kind of help. Take whatever you want. You better have had that notepad writing these things down because they're extremely important. Other than that, ladies and gents, I would really appreciate it if you could give the video a thumbs up. And if you're new here, please subscribe. Comment down below what y'all want to see next. I read all of them, and I appreciate every single one of y'all that comment. Other than that, if you didn't like the video, it's cool. Your mom probably will. I will see you guys in the next video.
Turn up, turn up.